What's up? So this video is gonna be a little bit different. This video is gonna be covering the struggles. As right now, I'm in a big struggle. Everyone experiences them, especially the people like me who are trying to make shit work, as no one really is ever just gonna get the freest handout. They had to have the idea in some creation in some type of way. Now, everyone is going to obviously get their handouts in different ways, as for some it might take years, and for some it might take one video, one day, one trade. And it sucks, but that's life. Now, with that said, I just want to cover pretty much the struggles that's going on with me right now and my story. Now, my story is this. So I've always had the thoughts, personally, that's just, I don't want to be average. And it's not just about saying I want to be above average, but it's just about saying what I want with my future life. I personally do not want to just work a traditional 9 to 5. I do not want to personally go to college, have to study for the best grades. My life, my dream life looks a little bit different, and that's okay. Now, I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, as I respect anyone who does go the average route. It's just, for me, I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to want to study my ass off to then go to college to study my ass off to maybe get some job where I'm pretty much going to work for 50 years until I'm in my 60s so that I could retire. I'm literally just going to work my ass off for one vacation a year and to provide for my family until I fucking die. And for me, it's like, if I'm only going to live one life, how is that supposed to be how I want to live my one life? As nothing is guaranteed. I believe in God, I believe in heaven, but there's never a guarantee of tomorrow, and that's how I live my life. I do not want to live my life playing the safe route and then going to college. For me, it's just pointless, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. The rat race, the Matrix. I know it sounds cringy to say until you're actually living in it, versus the thoughts of living out of it. Now let's get into my story. So this all started, I would say, when I was 13. As before I was 13, everything was normal. The thoughts were normal. It was really everything. Everything was just, I was just a kid, man, enjoying my life on my e-bike with my friends every single day. And then when I was 13, it was like getting to the job time, and it's like, alright, I need to start making money, And at 13, I still had the dreams of like baseball, college, MLB, jobs, all this. And it just switched in my head, and like from that moment on, so this is my story. So I was going to caddy at a golf club, Manasquan River Golf Club, and I was fortunate enough for my dad's a member so I could caddy. Now, the plan was I was going to caddy and work a car detailing job that I've been promised. And then once I learned, I would start my own. Now, with that said, June, it was time to get that job. So I was trying to get the detailing job, go in, and all of a sudden the guy who told my dad I had a job was like, alright, psych, fuck you, I lied. Pretty much, right? The guy was crazy nut, rehab, crack, all that. So I was like, okay, well, there's my job. Couldn't go in anywhere else. He's like, know what? I don't even want this. So I started a car detailing business. Now I was 13 years old. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I couldn't drive a car. I couldn't get a trailer. I didn't even know how to detail a car. I didn't even know what I needed, and I didn't even know how to get clients. But the point is, I was like, alright, fuck this. There's never going to be a perfect time to start. And if you know what you have to do, then do it. So that night I went on YouTube, watched videos on how to detail a car, what to get. Bought a bunch of things, right? A bunch of supplies from Walmart, shitty things. Detail my mom's car, my friend's mom's car. All that stuff has just practice. And it started to work. I was like, okay, I know how to do this. So I doubled down. I actually bought good supplies, And then I started going door to door. I started an Instagram page, I got business cards, I got flyers, and I got a website. And it slowly started working. I was going door to door every day for hours and hours and hours. Sometimes it would literally be 4 hours a night. Just me knocking on a door. This is literally the pitch. Hey, how are you? My name is Joe. This is my friend Chase, and I started a car detailing business, and he helps me out with it. And right now we're just going in the neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. Stuff like that. It would depend on the person. I was decent at sales. And sometimes it would work, and sometimes it was rejection. Sometimes I would knock on a door, and it would be a kid my age, and he'd laugh at me in my face. And it sucked. But I just wanted money so bad, it just started that obsession in my head with it. So then I started to get jobs, and jobs, and jobs. And for those of you who don't or do know car detailing, a typical job is around $200 for car detailing. And sometimes it could be more, it could be less. So anyways, it got to a point where I started actually seeing money. It started in September, I would say. So going in 8th grade year, I did a few cars where it was like $100 to $200 a day with a business partner, which didn't work out together. Love him, Ben, but terrible. We had some disagreements with that deep business. So then it kind of slowed down, picked up again 8th grade year, I locked in, and then I get into my freshman year. It's like, all right, time to lock the fuck in. So I started really ramping it up, and then September came. 10 cars in one weekend, $2,000. And it was just a moment for me that opened my eyes where it was like, okay, this shit, anything could happen. And then I ramped and I eventually got that car detailing business to $10,000 a month. Made around $50,000 from it. That year. Really like 5 months, barely doing it because of school. And it kind of just flipped a switch in my head. Because then I went to summer and like parents were like, you getting a job? People were like, are you getting a job? And I was like, no. Why would I? Because in my head I'm like, why would I go work my ass off sweating in a shop to get paid minimum wage working for another grown man who's going to boss me around and tell me what to do? Hey, sir, may I go take a piss? Sure. Hey, am I allowed to eat my sandwich for lunch? Yeah, just finish up this guy's orders. And I was like, that's not for me. And then just from asking friends around, how much do you make? Typical jobs, a good job's around $17 an hour, pre or after tax, right? And then they're working, and like after a week, like with school hours, as obviously we're just teenagers, it could come down to like $200 to $600 a week. And I was like, in my head, like obviously I don't want to be disrespectful, so I didn't say it to them. But in my head, I'm like, damn, so you really sweat your ass off working 10 hours for $200? I make that in 1 hour for my business. And that just started it. It was like never a job. It was like I could just do my own hours and make my own money, and it's way more, you know? And I did the math, and it was like if I spent 4 hours of my day, one day a week, I would make like 20 hours of what they make in a whole week. And that just started that entrepreneurship and that hungry shit, like I have to make it work. So that was pretty much freshman. And then freshman summer, I found day trading. Now, day trading, I found it obviously through people like TJR. You see the online money. You don't really see the people posting when you start, like, I've been doing this shit for 2 years, it's the hardest thing ever. No. What you really see is the people like TJR. Like, when I first started, I would see, damn, this guy's driving his fucking Lamborghini with the Puerto Rico house at like 20. And it's a shit like that. It's like, dang, they just made $50,000 today. Just sitting at their computer in a few minutes from anywhere they want in the world. And it was like, why can I not do that? And I would say the self-obsession started with that. With the fact that it was just like, okay, well, this has to be a you versus you. As unlike a business, where in a business, you still need the support of others, this is me versus me. And the thing with that is it was like, okay, well, this isn't where I'm selling a product and I need a little Timmy down the street to like it. No. bleeding my fucking eyes out on these charts. No matter through all the fails, I'm gonna win. And it was like, no one can stop me. It is me in the markets. It is really you versus you. It is how much you know. It's obviously the market's still there, but you can control what you do in the market. Obviously, you can't control what the market does. But if you get good enough, you can control what you do, which can give you an edge in the market and a defined win rate and stuff. And I was like, okay, why don't I give this a shot? Now, keep in mind, this was after failing years and years on trying with other stuff. As yeah, I did the card detailing, which succeeded. But bro, I tried clothing brands, they failed. I've tried drop shipping, they failed. I tried being the middleman for real estate, that failed. You know, I tried running ads, that failed. I literally tried every single freaking thing that I could. I wanted money so bad, and I was just money hungry. I've been running lemonade stands every single day since I could literally remember, outside my house whenever it was somewhat sunny out, hustling. Money, 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 money. That was just my whole process and thought. I started to realize, like, okay, I'm now more financially stable than everyone my age. That was when I was like 13 and I had like $15,000 after 2 months. I was like, oh, okay. Now with where I'm at. So, yeah, anyways, I started the trading in around August, I would say, after my going into the sophomore year, yeah. How did I start? Well, I started by watching the 5-hour TGR video. That video took everything out of me, I'm going to be honest. I sat there for 5 hours straight journaling, marking it out, and learning. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is way too hard. It's never going to work, blah, blah, blah. You know? Because for anyone who knows what I'm talking about, you watch that, and it's literally like, for a non-day trader, now day traders, you know what I mean, but it's like when you first started, he was literally just going, here's a high, here's a low, here's a high, this is a break structure, this is the fair value gap, we inverse this, bang, I just made 50K. And I was like, what the fuck? I was lost. And then I was trying to look at just charts after that one video, and I was lost. I didn't know what the heck was going on. So I literally quit after 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, I'm not doing this, it's whatever, I quit. School comes around, sophomore year. Same thing, just not really that, just more detailing did great, detailing did phenomenal. This September, this year was actually also one of my best detailing years, more 10K months. And now, come January, and I'm on vacation in Puerto Rico. Best friend, family. Now, I've traded before, not like day trading like chart candlesticks, but I've done stuff before with like crypto, stuff like that, stocks, just through like Fidelity. And then I was messing around with a demo account on FX Replay that TGR said to get a while ago, and I started, I was like, this shit's easy. You know, it was that dumb thing in my head where I would like gamble and be like, oh, I see this, break structure, this, bang. Would make like 8K in 5 minutes on demo trading Bitcoin, swing trading. And I was like, what if this was real money? So then I got obsessed, right? And I get back home after just realizing even more of the life I wanted. As you know, when I was still at the time, I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I still knew I was going to do it. And for example, one of my favorite uncles, my Uncle Mike, is a very successful guy. Very, very successful. I don't want to get too into details, but very, very successful, like financial something company. Very successful. And we got trapped in Puerto Rico for a few days because Trump tweeted about Venezuela and we were right there. Flights canceled. This guy, because he was there with us, calls a PJ. We got a PJ the next day and escaped for everyone else. And I was like, I have to have this life. Like, that moment was a changer for me. It was like, I have to have this life where I'm with my family and friends and I could just be the guy who's like, hey, PJ leaves in 20 minutes. Like, this has to be my life. And from that moment, I dedicated. It was like, there's nothing else. And then when I got home, I was like, okay, well, what if I really start this trading thing again and give it another chance? So then I did what everyone else does, Cannon event, and I found TGR's bootcamp. Now, with this boot camp, I grinded my freaking ass off. I'm talking about watching 4 videos a day, and it wasn't just like, oh, you could be like, oh, only 4 videos. That's like what, 2 hours every day? I was journaling on every single one, note after note after note. Let me actually. I don't know where my notebook is right now. But I was literally journaling, note after note after note, studying, practicing, doing every single homework he talked about. Every single one. I was so locked in. And I also started documenting my journey. From literally day one, from square one, A1. Documenting my journey. Now, I know people say, sure you did. But I'm so serious. I did it from day one. Before I even knew how to trade. I don't know what my first video was. I'm sure it was like, hey, I'm 16, or I was 15 at the time, and this is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. I'm starting TJ's Bootcamp. I document every single day, multiple videos a day. I was getting made fun of. That's truth. I first started, and at first, of course, even though I tried blocking all the friend shit, all the videos, of course, went right to my friends, which sucked. Started getting a following, and then I remember there was one day where it was like I gained like my first 70 followers, and they were all from friends and like my friends' parents. It's like, fuck, I didn't want to even post this. It's mad awkward now. They're gonna see all my videos. And I was like, know what? No one ever got rich without being embarrassed and failing. I was like, I know I'm gonna do this. So instead of being a bitch who's scared, why can't I just go out and do everything I ever said I would and document it? And I would say one of the main motivations behind that is like right now when I'm making this video, I know that in 2 years, 3 years, when I'm famous as fuck, rich as fuck, so much fucking motion, doing everything I said I ever would, I know there's gonna be edits and shit. That's honestly the motivation, edits. There's gonna be videos of me saying this kid knew he was gonna make it. But these videos right now, I'm nowhere near where I wanna be. But I know in a couple years I'm gonna be, and these videos are all gonna get clipped like, God, this kid knew exactly what he was talking about, and I do. I know I'm gonna make it. So I kept posting. Getting made fun of, yo, trade, JRJ, this shit's never gonna work, 99.9% of people fail, and the doubts. They were just rolling and rolling in. And it flipped a switch in me, and it was like, okay, fuck you, watch this. Watch this. Like, this shit's personal. And it just became personal, like, okay, fuck you, watch this. And it was just setting stone, like, another reason why I had to make it. And I will say, it wasn't just haters, though. Like, there was times where I was very grateful. Like, I remember there was one day. I think I was on day 6, or I don't know. I think I was on one of the first liquidity lessons or break structure, maybe day 7 of TJR's boot camp, and a senior walked by me. I don't know his name, if I'm being honest. But he walked up behind me out of this one class when I was in the library, like, studying, and I was in a demo trade. And he was like, yo, you trade, you're the trader. I was like, I mean, yeah, man, I'm trying. He was like, good shit, man, you're gonna make it, you got this. And that was just a moment, I was like, damn, like, I felt so good and happy. It was just like, that shit helped, that's truth. And then, you know, from there, the story just kept going. I kept posting, I started getting known as Trades, JRJ, whatever. It was all fun and games. I started getting noticed outside. Kids started fan pages about me. You know, also the first 2 months were pure burner accounts. Every comment I have, like, it would literally just be a troll. Yo, who are you? Blah, 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 all this bullshit, right? Look at me now. It's starting to work. And then I just kept posting, and then come 2 months later, after I pretty much have now seen, I was doing the demo trade shit, and somehow the demo trading shit was going so well. I don't think I lost for 2 weeks straight. I was like, okay, well, might as well hop on a funded account, right? This one was back when Apex was $20, $19.70, no activation fee. Or they might have had a 9 activation fee, but I never got there on Apex. 90% discount. So I bought my first account. In that first, like, few trades that first day, like, first it was like, damn, man, like, I know this is a good trade, but I'm not taking it. It's the real money. I'm so scared. I watched the trade play out in front of my eyes, and I was like, fuck, man, this could have worked. And then I took another trade and I lost like $500 on that fund account. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I was so nervous and emotional just watching that money. Blew that shit smooth off in like 2 days. And then I went on a vacation to Florida for my brother's baseball tournament, and it was one of the things that really opened my eyes. It was like, okay, this is possible and I'm going to make this work. As this trip, unfortunately, wasn't to Miami. It was by Orlando for the baseball. But during this trip, I got my second ever funded account and I passed. Beautiful trades, and the thing that really made it change for me is I'd placed a trade, right? Beautiful. I would go on my phone then to manage it, and I would go on a walk. I love walks. I would go on a walk, like a Coke or a water or seltzer in my hand, and I would just be walking around this beautiful resort, such nice people, such nice golf course, such nice view, and I was like, this has to be my future life. Wake up, make a bunch of money, just enjoy my day and work. And that was the first moment for me that I was like, okay, this is all realistic, you just have to keep going. And it flipped a switch and it gave me a new chance in my head. Then what? Now I am entering the biggest struggle of my life. I now had gotten done with this past camp after I blew it, got back home, and everything went to hell. This was the hardest struggles of my entire life. Really hard. I blew account after account after account after account after account. I was blowing thousands of dollars, blowing so many accounts, and it was all just because I passed. I know I could get real money, so let's just speed the process up. I was avoiding all my rules. I was pretty much gambling the trades, and I just went down a wrong hole. My diet slipped. I got overweight in my mind. I wasn't near obese or something. I was just like 200 pounds, 6 foot. I wasn't like that big or anything. Just to me, like, I didn't like where I was, you know? Like, it's not like I was that fat. I was probably fat, but nowhere near obese. But still in my mind, I was. Everything started slipping. Everything. I went through slumps in baseball, sports, and that was the point where my life was probably at rock bottom, where it was like, this shit has to start working or I'm off. That's my life. Off yourself. And it's the truth. It was a really bad time. I was extremely depressed. I didn't tell anyone. I hid that shit. And it sucked. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have my notebook on me right now, but if I did, I could show you. The stuff I was writing in my notebook was literally so depressing. Like, it was literally like, this shit has to work. Like, I remember writing, and I wrote like a 4-page essay on why I'm a bitch, a pussy, why I'm fat, why I suck at sports, why I suck at trading, why I'm going nowhere. And that was my trajectory in life. And then it was about the comeback. And then those next few pages, it was like, fuck the life you dug yourself into, and you're 15, dig yourself out of it. Become better. And then I made a 30-day challenge, which was where everything got me back on my feet. No cell phone, no technology. Strict diet, which I kept to. Lock in for sports, lock in for trading. And I just changed my life. I changed my routine. I now was waking up 5 in the morning, going on a 5-mile run, meditating at 6 a.m. and hopping in a cold shower and manifesting. And then going on with my day, trading, journaling. And it was a time of locking in. I lost around 30 pounds. Got back in pretty good shape, obviously. You know, the 6-pack is still on the way, but it's not far at all. Like, I could show you. And I started passing accounts again. And everything started to work. During that struggle, I also got a mentor, Aval, shout out him. I'm gonna be honest, still haven't really used much of it. I'm gonna be honest, I definitely did get lied to on what it was. Just whatever. It's gonna happen. Love him, just I did get lied to on what the course had to offer. No hard feelings, it's all good. So that was another 3K down the hatch. Obviously it did help somewhat, but not the 3K I was promised. And it sucked. Everyone's making fun of me. I was documenting the journey fully. you would just see in my bio I was down like $5,000, and they were like, oh my god, you're going nowhere, how are you in debt, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, fuck you, watch this. And I kept that delusional mindset every single day in my head, like, this shit has to work and there's no plan B, it must work. And then it started working. I remember while I was in that March Florida trip, I got a few videos go semi-viral, a few 100K views, and I started getting hundreds of followers. Right now I'm only at 1,600. And that is my current struggle, if I'm being honest. Now let's get into the full struggle of that. Now, the full struggle of that is really hard on me, and I'm actually going through this right now. And I know what I have to do. I'm just going to keep staying with it, and it has to work, but I'm going to be honest, it's getting really tough on me, mentally and physically. I've posted every single fucking day since I started for 7 months straight. Some videos bullshit, some videos are highest quality like this on my camera where I fucking spend hours editing till 3 a.m. every single fucking night with captions, and this shit still goes nowhere. Pisses me off. Literally goes nowhere. Every single video goes nowhere. Done getting followers, I'm done getting all this shit, and I put so much effort in it. I film for 3 fucking hours a day and edit for 5. I'm awake till 3 a.m. and I wake up at 6 a.m. to work. I'm doing this every day and this shit's not working with content, and it's pissing me off. Because then you have people, I'll call them out, then you have people like fucking Dami Trades, which, oh, I can't wait to overtake your bitch ass. But then you have people like that fucking little kid who posts one video every 2 weeks and gets 800,000 views on each video. He doesn't deserve shit. I do not care. He had like one viral video because he was 13. You don't deserve shit, Dami. Good luck with your startup shit, but you're always... You don't even have a fucking payout and you dropped a course. You are a scammer. I don't like that fucking kid. I have nothing against him. I love his work ethic. I like that. But I just think he got a free handout. And honestly, I'm jealous over it. I'm pissed. It's like 60,000 total followers. I have 1,600. And I post fucking 20, 30 times a day. And he posts once every 2 weeks. It is horseshit. And that's the biggest struggle right now. I'm doing everything that I can. And I'm not gaining any engagement. I'm not gaining new followers. I'm not getting known in the space. And it sucks. Because I cannot sit here, like, there's a lot of people who sit here and they complain like I am right now, bitching around, and they're like, okay, well, why? Well, you post one video a day, don't even fucking post. But for me, it's different. I am here spending hours each day on Claude, editing this shit, and asking Claude to give me scripts, and I'm memorizing the script, and spending hours of my day, sacrifices. I don't even have friends anymore. I've never drank, I don't party, I don't smoke. I have no fucking life outside of work. And I'm fine with that shit. I love that shit. But it just sucks on me because I work so hard for this content and it is going nowhere. And that's the sad truth with it right now. It's literally going nowhere. And I can't sit here and say, well, I don't know why. Or I know why. Because I don't. I'm doing everything that I can. I'm trying to study the analytics. I watch 2 hours of YouTube a day on how to go viral. And shit just doesn't work. And nothing works. Literally nothing. I've tried funny posts to strict posts to my niche posts and doubling down, and I posted 30 times before in a day and nothing works. Fucking sucks. That's the current struggle and it really sucks, but it's gonna work. Fuck it. I'm sitting here right now. I'm talking to my future self. Editors, you could clip this shit. To my future self. In 2 years, when you were sitting there with 1 million+ followers in your high rise in Miami with your Lamborghini SVJ, and you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, millions of dollars a month, millions a year, going to your fucking Puerto Rico house, gaining hella traction. This is the shit that got you there. That is the shit that I know is gonna get me there. I'm not done. I will post 50 fucking times a day if I have to, if that's what it will take to make me go viral. I am not stopping. I am not gonna stop no matter who the fuck crosses in my path. And that's not even delusionality. That is the truth. There is no one who wants this shit more than me. No one. And there's no one who's gonna work harder than me because that's who I am. And if you are, comment your name because you're a bitch and I'll outwork you. Fuck you. Double fingers. I'm next up, bitch! I'm next up. I have to be next up. There's no way I'm not next up with how much work I'm doing. And I'm going to keep working. And it's unfortunate because TGR Island, that could be my chance. but I'd even try to go for it because I'm 16 and you have to be over 18, so there's no point. Literally, I'm so delusional. I'll show you my phone. I will show you my phone. I DM him every night telling him I'm gonna make it. Telling him. So in 2 years, when you just check this shit. This is TJR. TJR. You can literally see right here, TJR. Every single night, I DM him. Every night, pretty much. Telling him it's gonna work. It has to work. Every night. Oh, Timmy? DM'd him too. Him? Oh yeah, I DM'd him saying it's gonna work. I have a group chat called See Y'all in a Few Years. This has TJR in it, PJ Trades, Patty, Blake, all them. Timmy. Send them every night videos saying I'm gonna make videos saying it's gonna work. I literally, and it's that delusionality that I know it's gonna get me there, and I'm working so hard for this shit. And I'm manifesting it. I will fucking show you. No, let me show you this. I literally have a fucking vision board. I have a vision board that literally says everything I'm gonna do plus more. A literal vision board. Let's show these right now. Okay? So this. What does this say? Go on a trip with friends or family that you fully pay for by age of 18. I made this the other day, meaning a sick trip. I already paid for my dad. I took him to the fucking Bahamas last year. I was 15, taking my dad on a trip to the Bahamas that I paid for. Who else do you know is doing that? Have $10,000 in your bank account by 17, 100K by 18. And I even said this, little amount because the rest will be in my brokerage account. That's just little. That's like fucking pocket. Like I wipe my ass with that in a couple years. What does this say? Have $50,000 in brokerage account by 17 and have $1 million in age by 19. I have 50K in that bitch and I'm 16. Made this shit May 17th. Now I'm gonna cover this, but I literally have my dream house marked out and I literally have the address. That's how fucking delusional I am. What does this say? Oh yeah? Have a PJ Flights by 21 and own one by 40. Okay? Receive a $1 million plaque for WAP by 19 and a $10 million plaque by 21. And receive a 1 million subscriber YouTube plaque. Yeah, it's this right there. Have $1 million by 19 and $100 million by 30. It's all gonna fucking work. Fuck a mil. I'm gonna have 10 mil by 19, bitch. Per year. Have a crazy watch collection. Richard Milles. All that by 25. Have a dream car. SVJ, etc. by 19 and keep building collection. Miami high-rise pals. I literally have my whole shit planned out. I am next up. There's no way this doesn't work. Zillow. I have a $5 million house up already that I know I'm going to own. In Dorado, Puerto Rico. Literally says make sure it has sauna, cold plunge, hot tub, and is by the beach. Like, there is no one else who is more delusional about this shit than me and who wants it more than me. And I will genuinely do everything I can to prove that. It's not even about to prove it. It's for my life, man. Like, I know I'm going to make it. It's just a matter of time. But I'm not going to lie. I'm going through a struggle because of it right now. Like, the content shit, that's really a struggle because nothing's working, but I know it's going to start working. The trading is starting to work now. Got a fucking payout the other day. Right now I'm scaling, on track to get another payout and have my first 10-15K month from trading alone at 16. About to have a 40K month next month with my delusionality. And now, the point of this video is just, this is my story and this is where I'm at. Now, I'm not even make this just for it's there, but like, I promise you when I'm talking into the future right now. I'm like 2009 Bitcoin. People are going to come back to this shit in a few years and say, holy fuck, this kid knew what he was talking about. I am so serious too when I say that. In a few years, I'm going to have millions of followers. And you guys, I'm talking to you. You're going to be watching this and saying, wow, that was this kid at 16. Wow. And yes, this is me. These sacrifices I'm making for this shit are so crazy. You will not fucking outwork me. Genuinely. Never drank, never smoke, never party. There's no friends. I have no social life anymore. My whole life consists of wake up, work, maybe a little surf and gym, and then fucking work until I have to go to sleep, and then wake up to fucking work. I wake up at 6 a.m. and go to bed at 3 a.m. 3 hours of sleep, probably like 16 hours of work out of that 20 I'm awake. And that's a general fucking truth. I wake up at 6 to go to the gym and work and get ahead of my content for the day. I don't even have any followers, but I'm still putting out a free boot camp video every single day just to try and help people with their trading. With that said, that's this video. But I'm gonna be someone and you're all gonna know me. And it's not even the point. I'm doing this for myself, but I'm gonna do everything I said I could. I'm gonna be a fucking billionaire, bitch. I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be a billionaire. With that said, that was my story so far. And this is just the start. It's gonna start working. Peace.